Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, first I will talk about the practical, then for the theoretical exam questionnaire. Okay. So, first we'll discuss, for practical, we are deciding to provide you a question, multiple type question type, and you have to, the next class, on next practical class hour, we will give you this assignment, multiple type questions, and within and some stipulated time like 20 minutes, depending on how many question is there, and you will submit within 20 minutes. Okay, complete the answer and answer sheet and send upload one as a classroom. Okay, so that's the way we are deciding actually for the practical viva, so that everybody can go in the same way actually. Okay, till now it's decided, so we'll give you the link and etc before the class. Okay, next week. And now, and if you want to discuss, so give me one time. Okay, any day for the questionnaire discussion, because Wednesday your exam probably, and so before we can discuss. And next I will go for the theoretical syllabus based question.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, ma'am,
Hello.
should we have to write the MCQs in
The
page?
MCQ, just tick.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, just depending on how many question is there, we'll give you the time 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You finish your tick mark, and you will upload the this one. Okay, or you can A B C D
Ma'am,
etc.
how many questions are there?
Hmm?
How many questions are there?
Till not we decided because it's from for all branches, so it's common question pattern we will make. Hmm.
Sir, ma'am,
Hmm.
from the three topics, I mean organic, inorganic, physical.
Yes, yes, combined. Some general question. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now start the other section, this theoretical questionnaire. So overall I will tell, but later on if you need we can discuss, because 29 up to 31 your last class we have. If you uh, need any questions or anything you have to clear for the theoretical part, so you can tell me any time, or you can discuss in phone also. Okay. So first question. First, we will first complete the polymer. Polymer question is very simple. I already mentioned the question pattern actually for the mathematical part. I already provide you. Maybe I just largely going to there for A, B, C, three type of molecule. But here we only the mathematical. Suppose you have a molecule in a 50,000 5,000 molecular weight, then C molecule in a this type. So we make a broad, but we will not give you here so big calculations. Maybe 150 molecules of molecular weight 5,000 and 72 molecules, 75 molecules of molecular weight 6,000 we will provide, and you will calculate the weight average and molecular mass average, average molecular mass and weight average molecular mass, and polydispersity index you have to calculate. Okay, same pattern I already discussed, only the number are different. Okay, you have to calculate. Okay. And another point, the difference between thermoplastic, prepare this one, thermoplastic and thermosetting. I mentioned in this during our class, but not separately, the difference. What is the difference between thermoplastic and setting? What is the difference? Thermoplastic and setting?
Ma'am, thermosetting is temperature sensitive.
And thermoplastic?
Is not temperature sensitive.
The temperature sensitive means they are reusable or usable.
Ma'am, non-reusable.
Yes, yes.
Which one?
Ma'am, thermoplastic.
Thermoplastic.
Non-reusable. And this is
And
usable.
thermosetting can be molded
Usable.
different,
Huh?
can be molded using heat. Thermosetting.
I can't hear properly.
Thermosetting can be molded into different shapes using heating, and can be
So
reused this
it's
thing.
more molding purpose, molding ability,
Yes.
and this is not. And another, any other? Which one have very structure related? Which have more cross-linked, thermoplastic or thermosetting?
Some thermosetting, bakelite.
I think thermosetting. That's right.
Both are
This
actually, but thermo on temperature increasing, thermoplastic, there the backbone is destroyed actually. Okay, they can't in the on temperature removal of temperature they can get back their same backbone as before. But thermosetting as it's reusable, their chemical bonding will be on cooling. You can get the same backbone. Okay, so these few difference and you can collect from anywhere the thermoplastic and thermosetting difference of or just you can mention about the different money. There is not so much marks actually with this you know the 50%, so you have maybe 1 marks or 2 marks, so just preparation the definition that is enough for this one. This is for general that
Well,
everybody
full
can
marks should
attempt.
be 50 for the answer.
Huh? 50 marks. Okay. But we keep this polymer very simple because everybody can get some marks because FTIR and NMR is something that you need some concept. Maybe someone not getting enough time to within this small time actually interaction is that not enough to get the concept. So that's why at every question will be like you have to attempt all question. There is no other option actually. Okay, 17 marks. You have to attempt 17 marks. We have there is no extra question. Okay, so prepare this polymer nicely. Maybe you will not be able to the proper explanation for the FTIR or NMR. That's why I tell the question actually. What is the for polymer? So you prepare this thing. Next one, one part I mentioned earlier that we will give a question for aromaticity. From aromaticity, we will give a question for which one? Rahul is not using the G suit. Rahul Kumar. Okay, tell him to use the G suit. Okay. Now the question. So what is aromaticity? I clearly. So one question from aromaticity topics will come. So the question. So what is aromaticity? Will explain that time, and then what is aromaticity? What is aromaticity?
4n plus 2 pi electrons.
So cyclic
Absolute.
moiety.
Cyclic planar.
Cyclic moiety should be planar. And then next conjugated and
Completely conjugated
uh,
throughout this ring.
conjugated means alternatively double bond.
Yes.
Resonance
Stabilized.
present. Actually, you need planar
uh,
for resonance. Planar is mandatory. Otherwise, you not get any resonance phenomena. Okay. So
it
any which
follow
one? Huh?
uh, it follow Huckel's rule.
হ্যাঁ,
Follow Huckel's rule.
হ্যাঁ, this 4n plus pi electron,
2 pi electron.
2 pi, sorry, 2 pi electron should be there. Huckel rule.
Ma'am, delocalized pi electron and conjugated same.
Delocalized, actually resonance means delocalization. Conjugated means alternate double bond. So resonance means overall this, and planar means also include this one. Okay. Now these are Huckel. So if you have 4n pi electron, then what happened? Sorry. Sorry, 4n pi electron. I mean
Anti-aromatic.
anti-aromatic. This is another part actually. So we will go through some example and on the basis of this one. So first, benzene. Suppose you have benzene. We are taking benzene. We are taking this one. Okay, and rest just leave it. So what is the benzene and this one? Suppose benzene, we have
Aromatic.
4n plus 2 pi electron, where n is equal to 1, so it's 6 electron. So here is a 6 electron, and it is a conjugated, alternate, double bond, everything, and planar also. So it satisfies the all requirement for the aromaticity and its aromatic compound. And also we have some premier initial concept aromaticity, that there is some smell actually. So it's also some like this. So after that we have some 5-membered cyclic system with this, but there is not conjugated, this double bond not conjugated, but we can make it if we can get one cation and one anion. Now tell me what is their status. For cation,
When the cation is anti-aromatic.
4n actually, 4n pi electron is equal to 4 and n is equal to 1. So there is a pi electron, 4 pi electron. And for this one, 4n plus 2
Plus 2
pi
pi
electron,
electron.
that is 6, where n is
6.
equal to 1. So this is
1.
anti-aromatic and this is aromatic. Yeah, these are, I think everybody know, just related to question. Now we will go for this one. What happened this one? This is
Propylium carbocation will be
Not
aromatic.
conjugated completely.
non-conjugated. So we can go again two system plus and minus. Then what happened?
When the plus is
In cation is it's aromatic, and in anion
minus
it's
is
not
not
anti-aromatic.
anti-aromatic.
6 4n plus 2 pi electron aromatic, and this one anti-aromatic.
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 Okay. Now
4n pi electron.
if we will put, suppose we have these two moiety, okay, and we treated this separately with NaNH2. What is NaNH2? Sodamide. Sodamide is a base. Sorry. Then what happened?
Then base will abstract the acidic hydrogen.
Then what happened? So
Ma'am, cyclopentadiene will react, but next one will not react.
no, actually question, this one forms salt with which? সরি salt, self লিখে দিয়েছি। Form salt on which? Cyclopentadiene or cycloheptatrine? Explain.
Heptadine.
Pentadiene.
Salt? No. Actually, after conjugation, it like this way.
Pentadine. It will be.
Pentadiene, but it actually anti-aromatic the positive charge outside, and it can, so it's so aromatic it stabilizes itself. Clearly understand? Like benzene, na? This is more aromatic than benzene. So benzene does not form any salt. So cycloheptatrine not form bonds, any salt. But cyclopentadiene forms salt. Clear? As suppose from here, previous question one, we sometimes give you that these two, we give silver chloronitrate. Then which one precipitate out first?
And tropylium carbocation.
Hmm? Hmm.
And second,
Because
tropylium carbocation.
it's stabilized by itself. We don't need to go for anything else. So that's the same part actually, because of its aromaticity, and these are some more ionic character actually. So it's aromatic, it has less aromatic character, not ionic character. But this is has more ionic character, forms salt, and this tropylium cation forms having aromatic character, not the ionic character. Okay. Yes, go and write down first, then we will discuss again. Or like this. So this type of question will come from aromaticity, and another part maybe come. I will still not. This way, or I can write down this as so slippery. This one. So this is 8-member. 8-member ring. Okay, this is 8-member ring. Now tell me, what is this data? Aromatic or anti-aromatic?
Ma'am, this is
Non-aromatic.
non-planar. So
This
it is
is
non-aromatic.
so the structure. This is actual form is there. So it's non-planar, and in that case we have no resonance. That criteria actually not fulfilled, and so it's non-aromatic, not in the category as anti-aromatic, either anti-aromatic or aromatic, but it's non-aromatic. Okay. So this 5 to 8 you will go through. What is this? Only this part you will come. Okay. Just for simple question these are. I know so that everybody can at least answer few questions, because maybe someone not get enough time, or in a some condition is such a in hostel, so we don't know the situation. So that's why just simple questions. Now another part, you have paranitrophenol. This is paranitrophenol. One question from UG. Now tell me, in alkaline condition, what will happen? Red shift or blue shift? Which one you will see?
Red shift.
Yes. Good. Red shift. Why?
Extended
Because due to
conjugation.
extended resonance, the energy
The
decreases, so the
stronger.
voltage increases.
So resonance will be extended resonance along with there this pi pi transition. The energy gap between the pi transition is lowered, na? Redshift means higher or lower?
Energy gap will be lower.
Energy lower, lambda higher.
Reactive means higher delta value. Reactive means delta value is higher. So
Yes, ma'am.
energy will be lower. Okay, so pi, so strong resonance means pi transitions so that their between the gap is lower, so the lambda value is higher, so redshift. Okay, this part from one this type of question will come. Next, acid base. Already we have this one. So from before mid semester, this question will come. Polymer I have already mentioned, and now the FTIR NMR. Concentrate on this first FTIR. FTIR. Now there is, suppose you have R, P double bond O, O R, and R, C double bond O, NH2. Then what is the frequency? Here we will measure actually the frequency. So which frequency will be higher and why? And this frequency depends on bond strength. Okay, depends on bond strength. So which bond is strong? C double bond O, between this is amide and this is ester. Or explain.
Ma'am, ester.
This is
And
higher
amide.
frequency.
Yeah, amide.
Okay, frequency of ester is higher than amide. Explain this one.
Ma'am, conjugation. Conjugation.
শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
ম্যাম
Ma'am, conjugation.
কনজুগেশন তো দুটোই, বাট দ্য
OR is
এস্টারে
more
ব্যাক কনজুগেশন হবে না ম্যাম।
electron
Huh?
donating than NH2.
শোনা গেল একজনের হচ্ছে 1700 সামথিং মানে রেঞ্জ আছে সেন্টিমিটার ইনভার্স, আর একজনের ধরো এরকম 1680 সেন্টিমিটার ইনভার্স।
Ma'am, OR is more electron donating than NH2.
বাকিরা কি মনে হচ্ছে?
ম্যাম এস্টারে ব্যাক কনজুগেশন হবে না, মানে অক্সিজেনের লোন পেয়ারটা আর
হুম।
মানে কার্বনের মাথায় মানে মানে হচ্ছে যে ওই ও অক্সিজেনের লোন
এখানে
পেয়ারটা
তো
যখন
আমরা
কার্বনের
জানি
সাথে
এইভাবে হয় তো নাকি?
হ্যাঁ 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 ম্যাম ওইটা ফিরে আসতে পারবে না যখন ওই প্রথমটাতে অক্সিজেনের মাথায় আসবে, কিন্তু নাইট্রোজেন তো ফিরে আসতে পারবে।
ঠিক বলছো? বাবা ভাবা ঠিক করে ভেবে বলো, ফাইনাল একটা বলো, ঠিক পছন্দ হচ্ছে না। ঠিক করে আচ্ছা, এটা তাহলে একটু চিন্তা করে দেখো।
Ma'am, the
আবার
bond
discuss
has
করবো।
the double character, has a greater contribution to the final overall structure, resulting in a strong C double bond O in the ester than in amide.
খানিকটা হলো, এটাকে তৈরি করবে, ঠিক আছে? আমাকে দরকার হলে একবার দেখে পাঠিয়ে নেবে, পড়বে এটা, এত মানে অনেক আগে থেকে বলে দিচ্ছি, 1 মাস আগে থেকে। সুতরাং পড়ে বুঝে লিখে আমাকে দেখিয়ে নিও, ওখান থেকে হোক যেখান থেকে হোক, কাভিয়ার বইতেই সুন্দর করে লেখা আছে। নাও নেক্সট কোশ্চেন গুলো একটু বেশি খটোমটো, এই পার্টটা গুলো একটুখানি কিন্তু কঠিন আছে। প্রতিটা আমি মোটামুটি আলোচনা করে দিচ্ছি। সাপোজ ইউ হ্যাভ আর একটা দিলাম এরকম, how to differentiate the keto group or how to differentiate these two compounds, কি মনে হচ্ছে? কিটো গ্রুপ সাধারণত আছে তোমার 17 150 সেন্টিমিটার ইনভার্স standard, but there is a two different environment. What is the environment here then here? কি তফাৎ কি?
Ma'am, first one is benzylic.
কি বুঝলাম না? ফার্স্ট ওয়ান
Benzylic position.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, so in conjugation with unsaturation. A second one, the keto group
No
not
conjugation.
conjugated, so that the bond strength is here lower না, the
Yes,
C
ma'am.
double
Bond
bond
strength more.
হ্যাঁ, তার মানে কি এটা কি হবে? ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি তো, এটাও লোয়ারই হবে, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
বোঝা গেল? So if there is a conjugation, if it is in a aromatic ring or in simple conjugation, suppose you have this moiety, both have situations is lower the value from the standard 17-15 centimeter inverse, so it is less than, so it has nearly it, you can light if you have you don't give provide the exactly, if you can give tentatively it's okay, or you can write down less than or greater than. So it is less than 17 and actually I know 1680 something inverse. But here the value will be more or less 1700, 1715 centimeter inverse because the carbonyl group not in conjugation with aromatic ring. Clear? So you don't just functional group, whether there will be conjugation or not or any parameter involved, mention clearly and the corresponding carbonyl group you have to, or the any functional group you just mention. Now the next one, suppose you have this, one is ortho and another one is para, then what will happen?
I mean, ortho, there will be intramolecular hydrogen bonding.
Yes, ortho,
But in
there
case of
will be
para, there is
there-
distance factor.
there will be intramolecular hydrogen bonding, but in para there is no such. So that means what will happen, the carbonyl peak for the acidic group is like 1750 something, okay, will be less than in because of the formation of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. All are question probably you will write, okay, and show me by email or anybody can show, I will check, no problem. And here no such is lowered because of the extended conjugation, both happen but not as the due to the presence of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Clear? So value will be different in there, so the value of the frequency for the carbonyl group, or suppose you have 1 or 2, if you can remember the values, probably some will be there. The keto group I mentioned is 1715, but if you don't remember this thing, you don't want to memorize these things, is okay, but you write down the concept how to identify from FTIR for two compounds. So carbonyl group of 1 will be higher or lower? This one? Higher or lower? For 1?
ম্যাম হায়ার।
Higher.
I mean,
Hydrogen
lower.
bonding
হাইড্রোজেন
লোয়ার
বন্ডিং
হাইড্রোজেন
পার্টিসিপেট করছে
বন্ডিং
তো।
যদি হয়ে যায় বন্ড স্ট্রেংথ কমে যাবে, so it decrease the bond C double bond strength, so that's why will be lower than 2. That is your concept. So you can from FTIR for both compound, which one have the lower, that is the FTIR for this compound. Next one, CH3 C double bond O, CH2 CH2 C double bond O, CH3. How to differentiate from CH sorry হাত দিয়ে মুছতে যাচ্ছি। কি হবে? How to differentiate these two by FTIR?
Ma'am, in second one there will be hydrogen bonding.
Yes, second one there will be hydrogen bonding. So the value of the keto group will be lower. There is a no conjugation or etc. So value will be nearly about 115 centimeter as a standard. But here keto group appear at the lower frequency along with one hydroxyl group peak. Okay, is clear? So hydroxyl group peak is 3000 to 34001 broad peak along with the 1700, suppose you have this peak, lower peak. Clear? So new peak appear for prominent, not small, prominent new peak will appear for this compound. But here no such. From the first one have no such appearance, and a prominent peak for hydroxy group you will see, but this from second one you will get a hydroxyl film along with the carbonyl group. Clear? So prepare these three. How to distinguish between two compounds, pair of compounds. Okay, now the NMR. NMR we make very simple questions. Suppose you have one compound soluble in water and another one in CHCl3 chloroform. For NMR which will be solvent, NMR solvent কি হবে?
ম্যাম
কি
ওই
হবে?
ক্লোরোফর্ম হবে, ক্লোরোফর্ম।
হ্যাঁ,
ম্যাম ক্লোরোফর্ম হবে, এইচটাকে তো ডয়টেরিয়াম দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করা হয়।
হ্যাঁ, তার মানে এটা হবে CdCl3. Very simple question. Just to write down this thing. Clear? So you will take deuterated water and deuterated chloroform, or you can say CdCl3. Okay. Or if you have acetic acid, then what is the formula actually? CD3COOD. If you have ethanol, then NMR solvent will be ETOD. This part you don't need because all part. These are very costly actually. Okay, now the actual NMR question from the chemical selective chemical shift and the splitting pattern. Okay, suppose you have again, I will make CH3 CH2 O CH3. One question we already done actually. Now tell me, what is the value? First, this one. This one. What is the value? For this one, 3.60. And what is the splitting pattern? Chemical shift value is 3.60. Higher because it is highly desilted with the oxygen. Desilted means the electrons for this proton are very withdrawing. So it will get high time for to resonate, and it will, the lambda value will be higher with respect to these two. And what is the value of these two? 1.21 and 2.41 ppm or delta value. These are all delta value. And the splitting pattern, suppose you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now 1 point, sorry, 1, I should write 1. So 1.21. So there will be 1.21. So its neighboring proton is, number of neighboring proton 2. So n plus 1 rule. So that is 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So this methyl group have triplet. And this methylene group, because of the 3 methyl group, is a quartet. Okay, and this one 3.6 have no neighboring proton, so there is a only singlet. Now write down 3.6 is a singlet, and 2.41 here we will get, and 1 point. Okay, so you can write, I am not baseline actually, we can write down baseline separation because it's known, so you can write down in this way too. And this intensity of line coming from Pascal, this triangle. Okay, 1:4, 1:4, 1:4, 2:2:1, and another 1:3:1. I think so. Okay, so this is for this one. Now we'll go for the second one. Here, this one is the most desilted because of the direct bonding with the oxygen, and it's 4.12 delta value. And this one, it will be higher from the previous methyl group 1.26, but more or less same this region. And this value, now CH3 methyl group is directly attached to the kete group, but here this does not. So this is higher value than 1.26, and actually it is 2.04. Now their spin multiplicity. Here is no singlet. This one is a singlet. This one, because of the neighboring 3 proton, quartet. And this is triplet. Now the picture looks like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4.12 is a singlet. Suppose you have singlet. No, sorry, not 4.1 is not singlet. Sorry. This one is a singlet. This one, this is singlet. So 2.04 is a singlet. Now this is a quartet. So it's like and this one is a 1.26 suppose triple. Okay, so from the figure, so this is a singlet, this will coming from the methyl ester. This is methyl ester, so methyl group is singlet. Here is a ethyl ester. Okay, ethyl ester, and these methyl group directly attached to the carbonyl group, that's why is a singlet. So from these two, we can differentiate the compound, observing the position of methyl group singlet. Which one is methyl or which one is a ethyl, that we can see actually from here. Write down just in a note and later on you will make it fair. Okay. So these questions are very simple, but you have to write down properly with logic. Otherwise, you will cut your marks. That is some points. You lose your marks. So before you will actually your preparation in home, whether you will come or not, I don't know. But this preparation you will make questionnaire preparations properly so that. You can get a good marks because midsem is not good as usual. Okay, so up to this all about the 17 marks for your organic chemistry for final sem. 17 marks question. Almost I mentioned all. Midsem marks. Actually, midsem marks I will tell now. Then later on I can change this thing. If anybody needs 2 marks, suppose you have 88 and you need 90 marks. Okay, for 10 CGPA. Then I will not give you this 2 marks. If I will tell the mid-semester marks, and it will be some now difficult actually. To sort out with the 3 teachers, etc. by online marking, then summation. Still, we are not done. That's frankly speaking.
Hello, ma'am.
Mhm.
If the midsem is offline, ma'am, what is the total time
No,
for exam?
actually, that time we will show the copy so that you satisfied with your copy. Now there is a not difficult. The three how we will get the question, then checking marks, etc. So lots of things, and later on, we will actually give 2 marks, 3 marks, etc. for adjustment of CGPA. Suppose you have 67, so we give you this adjustment from the semester or internal marks actually from final sem. We can't take it easy because this is not internal assessment, final sem. So mid semester and your internal assessment take as a the internal assessment purpose. So we change the marks there. So if suppose I mentioned mid semester marks is this, then maybe one needs 3 marks. Then anyone can say, why you give him a 3 marks? His mid semester marks, I know he was there, but still he got this one. There is a lots of thing. But if it's offline, we take and actually show and satisfied by you. So if it's fixed and later on it will not changed. But it's now some not possible. So that's why we not make any confusion or mess on this basis. Frankly speaking, this is okay. This is the fact. Because suppose you have 37 even. Suppose you have in total 37. And you will getting a supply if we give you some marks at +3 so that you can skip, because 37 next year semester you will not like 80 or 90 marks. Okay, because internal marks for the mid semester and internal for one time only. So suppose you have not able to go for this 80 marks again, so we adjust to so that you can skip the supply. So this as adjustment is not possible, because you will then tell pointed out that madam, you give tell me that mid semester marks for him this one, but now the he got the how he it's possible. So that's why some adjustment will be there. But in offline, we will so transparent. Everybody will come and I will show why you are like this. Everybody are satisfied with their questionnaire and talking with us. So there will be no problem. And we can even identify who are weaker. And we can concentrate on him, asking, prepare this one. So that is the way, so that everybody after mid semester we can identify the who are in the below the not good get the marks. So we can ask him to come room and then discuss how to get the marks final for supplementary or etc. Avoid the supplementary. But here, if not this purpose is communication is not good. There is no interactions at all
Ma'am,
actually.
what is the time of the exam? I mean, exam time.
Huh?
Ma'am, total exam time, ma'am.
This one for 70 for 50 marks, I think you have 1 and 45 minutes and 15 minutes for uploading. It's enough time. So nicely we will write nicely, clearly with explanation. Mid semester is okay. First time you will get some problem with the setup and etc. We'll be relaxed and we can make. Suppose you have get 5 marks, we will give him 8 marks or etc. 10 marks. That we can. But actually mid semester we try to keep the marks 15, not below the 15, because if anybody gets supply, that means we will be always a problem. So that's why it's our key. We will get by assignment. Even no, if you are offline mode, then we are internally assess him to upgrade actually. But here is no such options now. Okay, but first we will actually we are not actually there. You can understand we are in all the same way in under mental pressure also. How to accommodate with you in it offline classes? Our hostels are so many works are going on in different part, so that we are not getting time to check your 3 all. I have done maybe 50%, but not all getting time to check your mid semester marks. Otherwise, I can say at least the roughly the round figure nearly. I will try if within 1 week we can finish. After that, we have to compile all 3 marks by this. It takes some time. Offline checking is so easy, but online checking is so difficult. We have to calculate by through Excel sheet every time. Okay, so you will prepare your questionnaire or etc. Whatever I mentioned. If any problem, it will take. Still, we have some time, few days, so we can take extra class if you want. Okay.
Ma'am, we can mail you if we face problem with that question.
I mail you and get some. We can get common time for discussing again. If you need any time, you can give me. We can discuss. No problem. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And
Ma'am, it is final that our NSA will be offline?
no, still there. You are sending so many emails. I see in saw yesterday from the CR class representative, etc.
Yes, ma'am. Many of
Okay,
us
so
are facing
I
problem
think there
like
is no conclusions, but I think offline is okay. You will come. At least you have to start from somewhere.
So, but like many students have not, we have
Uh,
not got hostels
that's the
and
problem actually.
a lot of problems. So less time
That's
to
why
accommodate.
that's why I am saying, na, every day the hostels are now not in a good state because 2 years totally closed, and then the renovations
Yes, ma'am.
start, and
Suddenly
you know how
now
to
we have to
renovations
go and give
people
offline
can't.
exam. It will be very difficult.
Uh-huh. And also that this renovating the constructive the pupils are not so methodical and those systematic. They have not any deadline. No constructions people. They are doing their calm as it is. They have no hurry. These things are happen. That's why I'm telling. We are also in mental strain. How we'll go offline or online. So the authority will decide. We'll just obey. Okay. And you already give everybody your views. So depending on both, whatever, but you will prepare because so many things are going and up and down, but you have to get a good marks. That is your destination. So prepare this one because okay, prepare this one. Then what the situation will be going, you will go from my organic part. You have no problem, you will get marks, but the explanation should be in your own words and should be rational. That I will check. Suppose anybody write down few points only, mean few digit only for NMR and this FTIR, the questions are all, if you not the concept, you will not give the proper explanation. So that's why try to develop the concept. Polymer and rest, you have no problem. But in FTIR, NMR, you have to write down rationally. Okay, not so much, but some rationality will be there in your sentence. So that I will thinking because the number is like 2 and 3. So 1 marks maybe only pointed out this is spin multiplicity is this, you will get 1 marks, no problem. But with your explanation, proper explanation, you will get full marks. You don't take even so much time to complete these questions. Maybe 20 minutes will be enough for organic chemistry part. Rest you can go for inorganic and physical. Okay, and we'll go for the practical. We talking with the other two teacher. I think inorganic. Professor Chattopadhyay finished his inorganic part. Today we will discuss,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Saturday, Sunday we will maybe the prepare the questionnaire, etc. We will get some time that, and then I will tell. Okay, I will
It
tell
will be in
the. Hmm?
MCQ format.
Huh?
The Viva exam.
Viva means we will not for actually seen mane, in last year I took Viva actually, but this year sir mentioned that they are so busy actually. Both are in a very
So
responsible
it will be in
position.
Google
We have
Forms.
not managed time. So I think we'll go for some MCQ type question in here.
And
Okay.
then in Google Forms we will give the exam.
Yeah, Google form. Not Google form. In questionnaire you will write down and submit.
Okay.
This
It will be
classroom
next day, ma'am.
as mid semester exam. We will make one as this one as
Maybe in MCQ
classroom.
format.
Hmm? Hmm?
Hello, ma'am.
MCQ
Ah,
format.
uh,
Okay.
Ma'am, it will be on 31st March, like next week.
31st March, no, 30 March, 30th
30 Wednesday, ma'am.
Wednesday. 28 is the
Ma'am, 30 is Wednesday, ma'am.
30 na 31, 30th na.
Yes, ma'am. 30 chemistry lab. Yes. Chemistry lab class is there.
So Wednesday 30, we in our time we will take. Otherwise, you have to adjust na so many classes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we
That
have
will be
still
better.
some time na up to this. So we'll make it next in our practical class time.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't need to be adjust because now the at the end maybe many teachers asking for time slot. So keep them and we will concentrate on this one. And if you have any question next Thursday, we will on discussion. So first, whatever I am mentioned here, prepare this type of questions in a sheet and if you want, you can send. Okay. And I think Mark, whatever the course material I already sent. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so I'm leaving now. Bye.